Hi, I'm Brett Larkin, and today's video is about how to sit for meditation. So often people get frustrated because they can't commit to an ongoing meditation practice, or they feel like they can't sit for more than just a few minutes. So much of the reason why you may be struggling is because you're not sitting the right way. You are literally not setting yourself up for success. So in this video, I'm surrounded by all of my favorite props. These are from chatra.com, and I'm going to show you how you can use each of them to really set yourself up for the best seat in meditation. So the first biggest thing to know about sitting for meditation is that you want your hips to be higher than your knees. This is so important for a number of reasons. The first is that if your hips aren't higher than your knees, your legs have a much higher chance of falling asleep when you meditate. So if you elevate your hips over your knees, the blood flow can still go down to your legs and your feet quite nicely. So you're really helping eliminate the chance that you're going to get pins and needles. The other reason it's a great thing is because it really lets you feel length in the spine, especially if you're someone who's a little rounded in the upper or lower back. Similarly, if you have tight hips and sitting without the cushion forces you to round, all of a sudden you can experience what it's like to have a tall spine. So the biggest secret is to find the right prop to prop you up. And this is where zafus and zabutons come into play. So you'll see I'm sitting on a large square cushion, which is really nice. And then this smaller round cushion, these are called zafus and zabutons, I'm going to place underneath my seat. And you'll see I really want to be on the front part of the cushion. I don't want to be way back here, right? Because now my low back is rounded and I can't sit up tall. It's actually right in the first half of the cushion. So now that I'm positioned on the front fourth or front half of the zafu, you'll see that my knees are just gently resting on the zabuton. And this is so they don't have to rest on the ground instead. Otherwise, your knees can be resting on the hard ground. That can be really uncomfortable. This is what I'd suggest if you have really limited range of motion. If you have really tight hips, it's hard for you to do forward folds, you're really new to meditation. This is just a bolster. It's a big bolster. And I'm going to sit all the way up on the bolster. Look at how much height this gives me. And wow, my hips are so much over my knees. I'm so comfortable. This feels great. So if the big bolster takes you up too much, there's also smaller bolsters like these. And that's just going to take you up a little bit less. If you have a yoga blanket in your home, and this is a beautiful one from Chatra that's so soft, and you can use it as a throw on your couch as well. But you can fold that up and just place that underneath your sits bones. And then of course the zafu, is really the best option just because it's round, so it's the right shape for your seat, unlike the bolsters, and it really just has the perfect amount of height. I love this. So now that we've got you propped up and sitting on something and the hips are over the knees, tip number 2 is to not feel pressured to be in lotus pose. I can barely do lotus pose, and I've been teaching yoga for I don't even know how many years. I'm not going to even attempt to do it right now for you guys. So while I can get into it, I don't feel the pressure to meditate in it on a daily basis. I just like to have easy seat. So I have one heel in front of the other heel. And then tip number 3, I don't feel the need to have the backs of my hands right on my knees. Let's look from the side. I'll show you. If I make the backs of my hands go right on my knees, now I'm leaning forward. I just lost all the height in my spine. So that's not good. So I like to actually drag my hands back so my shoulders can roll down and back and take whatever mudra I want to take. More info on mudras in this video. With the fingertips touching and the hands almost very close to my groin. So we've elevated your hips to above your knees. We have you sitting in a way that's actually comfortable for you. And we have you doing your hands in a way that's not going to compromise length in the spine, but that just feels good and easy. My 4th tip, if you're brand new meditating, is to actually take this whole setup against the wall and have your back against the wall or near the wall. You can still use the cushion. And, just have the wall there, and you can lean back into it if your spine gets tired. Sitting upright tall in a meditation seat is an acquired skill. It's not something we can all be expected to do right away. So use the wall for support. Just like you wouldn't attempt a really difficult yoga pose right away, you shouldn't attempt a really difficult meditation seat right away. Use props like the wall and bolsters to help you. So remember, books, towels, couch cushions are all free stuff you can use in your home. And if you liked any of these beautiful props from Chatra, I have great news because they're offering free shipping for all Brett Larkin YouTube viewers. So you can use the code BLSHIPFREE to get completely free shipping on bolsters, zafus, zabutons. And then they also have these beautiful meditation cashmere shawls, which is a shawl you wrap around yourself when you meditate. And when you buy one of these, you actually get their tote bag, which is valued at over $50, completely free with the code BLTOTE. That's for Valentine's Day only. Let me know in the comments any additional questions you have about setting yourself up to succeed in meditation. You can follow this video up with one of my meditations below, and I can't wait to see you next time. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks so much, and from my heart and my home to yours, namaste.